Alright, people, welcome back to SouFLoTV again. It's your host with the most. So, this is an update in Andre Mcdonald's case, which is Beachy Stout's son. Updating his case. Freshest information. And there is also update here on Beachy Stout and his case. The Beachy Stout part you're going to want to stick around for because it's getting real sticky. You hear me I say? I don't think he's ever coming out. But you need to hear this. Anyway, let's start out with his son. So, the headlines are saying in the United States that bond has been reduced for the Air Force major who is facing murder charges in the death of his wife, Andreen McDonald. I'm if I tell you, didn't y'all know that Beachy Stout had a son that was in the United States of America Air Force and he is a major? So if you don't understand how rank structure works, major is a big rank. Okay, when you see a major, you're going to salute. He can pull you to attention. He doesn't normally speak to the lower ranking soldiers. A major communicates with like first sergeants and people who run the companies and captains and these kind of things. Furthermore, he is an officer. He is not an enlisted man. So more than likely, you know what I said, that's a good standing. More than likely, the average soldier doesn't get to speak to major. And when major steps in the room, everything tightens up. That's how big of a rank major is. Anyhow, this is Beachy Stout's son. And the judge on Monday reduced the bond for Andre McDonald from $2 million. Yes, he was held on a $2 million bond. $2 million bond is usually reserved for people who they believe are guilty already, even though the law says innocent until proven guilty. But when there is so much substantial evidence pointing towards you, not circumstantial evidence, but hard evidence pointing towards you, then they usually set your bond this high, especially if it is in one of these cases where murder is what he is suspected of committing. So he was held on $2 million bond, $2 million. He could not make that bail. He could not make that bond, else he would have gotten out. He did ask before, through his lawyer, to reduce his bond. If they reduced his bond to a certain amount, he could possibly get out. We're going to talk about that. Now, if him get out on murder charges and is sitting out here, in my mind, I'm thinking he's a flight risk. He has the means and the resources to run. That man can be in Cuba and then be in Jamaica in no time, or he would be stupid to go to Jamaica if he was to secure bond and run, because that's the first place they would look for him. You understand? But considering all that's going on with his father, somebody has to be there to tie up loose ends, and who better to do it than a son that is of the same cloth? Kill it, you know what I mean? When you ride that body, so deep it ignites me. You're my Caribbean lady, island girl. Alright, my SouFLoTV audience, look at this promo right here. This a bad one. Malik is the name of the artist, otherwise called Yardy Boy. It's already garnered over 200,000 views on YouTube. Let's send it to 1 million views. Right, Nessa. When you ride that body, so deep it ignites me. You're my Caribbean lady, island girl. Alright, so his bond got reduced from $2 million, a significant reduction, to $450,000. Now everybody is rattled because what? He is in possession of. Remember, he was married to Andreen, the wife that he is accused of killing. He was married to Andreen. And not only was he married to Andreen, people, just a little FYI for you, his wife, which is Andreen, who is now dead and he's accused of being the murderer of, she was also friends with Beachy Stout's wife. The recent younger wife who Beachy Stout is accused, his father is accused of. So what we have here is a son and a father that are both accused of killing their wives and are both sitting in prison at the same time. One in the United States of America and one in Jamaica. And everything is playing out right now as we speak. Don't forget, stick around. I tell you something, I'm going to talk about the Beachy Stout thing. Alright, so San Antonio News says that the Air Force Major Andre McDonald had his bond reduced Monday morning. McDonald is facing murder charges for the death of his wife, Andreen McDonald, in 2019. Bond today was reduced by Judge Frank Castro in the 399th District Court. We appreciate the court's attention to this, and we appreciate the reduction that he did make, is what John Convery, the attorney who is representing Andre McDonald, said. He's an Air Force officer. It's a very high bond. So basically what his lawyer is saying right there is have some leniency on him. He's served in our military. He is a Air Force officer. You know they don't make that kind of money. So even though you reduced his bond, it wasn't to help him, because we highly doubt that he still can afford that, even though it was reduced that much. That's what the lawyer is saying. Others are saying he could probably reduce. If the judge mess around and reduce it again to another 100,000 off of it, you're talking about how much their house is worth. He put that house up and some more stuff, or a little bit of cash here and there, he will secure his bond and he will be out of prison awaiting trial. It's just like that. They lived in an exclusive community. Their house was hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, and their two vehicles that they drove, if he starts selling off properties, remember, he was legally married. So he is considered next of kin in some sense when it comes to her assets and what goes where. He has not been found guilty yet. So he cannot be stripped of all these things that are worth. Like, for instance, I don't know what's happening to her business. I don't know who took over the business, who's running it now. But she had two very successful nursing homes. Yes, this young lady from Jamaica came to the U.S., worked her way up, got through school, opened her first assisted living facility, and that assisted living facilities make money. It is in assisted living facilities that I do occupational therapy work. So I know they make money. When it comes to insurances, paying for blah, 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 and all this other stuff, I would need to do a whole other video to explain to you how the money rolls in. But just understand that doctors get paid, nurses get paid, nurses assistant get paid, all the whole staff and team, from the cleaning people to the cooks to the persons who maintain the property. It's like maintaining a house, right? Roof have to fix, leakage here and there, the floor has to be buffed and shined, this and that. Everybody gets paid. So this place was raking in dough, okay? And she was so successful, she actually went and opened another one. And she started up, about to make this one so successful as well on her way, and then this happened. She went missing. Who is in charge of this business as we speak, and is it still making money as we speak? I don't know. But if that business is still up and running under his guidance, even though he is behind bars, you can always put people in positions like managers and attorneys to oversee your affairs, right? While you work out this legal issue. Remember, again, he is not convicted as yet. And the law says innocent until proven guilty. Right. He was offered bond. Usually, when they are 100% sure, like if they saw you standing over the body, they would usually say held without bond. That means don't even bother ask to come out, because even if you could come up with $100 million, it still would not be accepted. We are just not letting you go. That was not his case. He got put on bond. $2 million bond. He couldn't make it. It was too much. The judge has now reduced it after many tries from his legal team to $450,000. Their house is worth about $350,000 or $400,000. So if the judge goes down another $50,000 to $100,000, Andre McDonald will be walking out and he will be free pending trial. His attorney is still arguing and trying to get the bond to be lowered. This is the great United States of America, and one hand washes the other. One thing I also know is that yes, they do punish people who worked with the law before, but they also do look out for their own. Maybe he is a major, so they're going to throw him some leniency. We appreciate the court's attention to this, and we appreciate the reduction that he has made, his attorney said. But remember, he is an Air Force officer. That bond is very high. Andreen McDonald, his wife, she disappeared in February of 2019, and her remains were found 6 months later in July on a ranch 6 miles from the couple's home. Andre McDonald was charged with the murder in October of 2019, and if you followed my story then, you will know that that ranch that she was found on, Andre knows the owner of that ranch. He also knows their schedule. They're not people that stay on the ranch all the time. They leave the ranch for extended periods, and Andre know that they were gone. So he went and dumped the body over there in a shallow grave sort of situation, and she was found. Okay? And even the people who own the property gave their 2 cents on why they think he is the one that did it, because the location of the ranch is only people who know would come out there. That kind of stuff. So there are a lot of people chiming in on this thing. There are people that are saying how wicked he is and he should be held without bond. Some people are saying this is a disgrace to the U.S. military uniform, and is this what passes for officers anymore? Jeez. Some people are saying, poor girl. Wow, man. Others are saying, taking the crime that this man committed into consideration, he should be held without bail. It is quite a bit of evidence that was covered. That points directly to him. To go from $2 million to $450,000 is ridiculous. Okay? People are thinking it's just ridiculous. But I am sure his family members are rejoicing and they are fighting, hoping that he can get it lowered even more. Now, that is the update on Andre McDonald, Beachy Stout's son. People, you ready for the update, Pan Beachy? Alright. Now remember, so Beachy Stout was arrested.
I just wanna love her. I just wanna love her. So give me one reason. Give me one reason to.
Semantic is his name. He's Magnum Kings and Queens Season 10 winner. Currently working with Mad Storm Productions out of Boston, Massachusetts. When I hear this, I hear Chris Brown. When I hear this, I hear Neo. When I think of this, or when I hear this, I hear a classic banger that can transcend all boundaries and become a massive international hit. Please go watch the full video and click the link and subscribe over there. Tell them SouFLoTV sent you. Alright?
I just wanna love her. I just wanna love her. So give me one reason. Give me one reason.
This is not the son I'm talking about now. I'm talking about the Portland businessman Beachy Stout. Beachy Stout was arrested for killing his second wife. After he was arrested, he was also charged for the murder of his first wife, which died under similar circumstances, and there are now lots of evidence. And a little bird pinched me and tell me, say, wee 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 in my shoulder and said, SouFLo, there are people here that are talking and they are waiting for the right day. His court appearance to show up, it is going to shock Beachy so much that his heart is going to stop. This is what I've been told. I've also been told that, no, I cannot reveal my sources at this point. I've also been told that Beachy did send a killer to go kill a man. The man that he tried to kill using this contracted killer did not die. The man get about a dozen gunshots and still survived. Not only did he survive, the law took him and put him into protection, witness protection, them kind of something there. So he's been hiding in witness protection and cooperating with these people, right? Now, you see the man who Beachy paid to go kill this man, remember, the man take about a dozen gunshots and he saw the face of the person who tried to kill him. He even spoke to the person who tried to kill him before the person started shooting. So he's 100% sure. He's going to show up in court for this and point to this person and say, yes, judge, him. The only mistake he made was he didn't blow my head off, because if he didn't blow off my head, I would be dead for sure. But the man get the multiple shots and survived them. I heard that he survived those shots by rolling up on the ground and playing dead. That is how he survived the shots and actually watched the killer walk away from him. So me here, you know. So me here. Remember, me can't reveal my sources. No. That killer is already in police custody. He is arrested. He's been tried. His trial is going on right now as we speak. Them things don't make news. But these all play into what the end factor will be for Beachy Stout. Is another killing, an attempted killing, and hitman situation. The guy didn't die. The person he sent to do the hit is locked up right now, going through trial right now. So here what gonna happen? No. That killer there is about to cut a deal with the state. He will testify again everything. Just like the one who testified about his wife that he is locked up for, his second wife that he is locked up for right now. The man testified. Remember, the man got 19 years for his testimony. He testified that Beachy gave him the money. Was it $3 million or something? He offered to pay them to go kill his second wife, the younger girl wife. And he was the one that said, oh, she trusted me too much. That's the only reason why she's dead. And how I couldn't do it, but I subcontracted somebody to do it. And I sat there and I watched them do it. And he even described how the man grabbed her by the head around the headrest of the car seat and did him ting. You understand? And got rid of her that way. Cut short, tab up all them something there. And he got 19 years for that. The person who he actually watch do it, that person that got bail and is out right now. So I'm saying to myself, how them get a person here bail? Because the testimony got that guy 19 years. That's a kind of murder that would get you life without parole. But he testified, cut a deal with the state and got 19. So how did they let this other person out who is the supposed killer? Hearing that testimony, I lick a bird again, pitch and tell me say, SouFLo. Them let them out, man, because them all name him food, man. Watch and see. Alright? He's going to have to cut a deal. This is one of them cases there where, okay, here one. You not tell us nothing? Go on out there. Go back out the road. Go back out the road. Go see if it's nice. Smell fresh air and all these things. And remember where you've been locked up with Beachy for the past how many months. Go back out road. Alright? Now when he's out there, they're going to say to him, come back in. Now when he comes back in, them are going to hold on upon him. You remember what outer road tastes like? The freedom, how it tastes? You want to go back out there? Alright, well if you want to go back out there and not get 55 or 35 or 45 years or however the years may run for not working with the state, then you can go ahead and stay quiet. He's going to cut a deal too. Alright? But the man who he contracted to kill this other man, and the man survived, that killer is about to cut a deal with the state as well. Once that deal they cut with the state, that is the second murder conviction that they will have with full testimony of the hitmen that were hired to do so. So they will have two full testimony from two different hitmen hired by Mr. Beachy Stout. So that is why I say, if a true this a true, him nah come out for real. But here what? We're going to sit around and watch and see how this thing unfolds. I can tell you that my sources are really, really credible, but I have to keep things vague. Remember when I told you, SouFLo, him done. And you remember the voice note there? Alright, just know. Stay tuned. It gets stickier. I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace. It's Eat Good TV, y'all. If you like Jamaican food, but you're struggling to cook it the right way, then here's a channel that gives it to you step by step. You are guaranteed to be able to cook Jamaican food like a real Jamaican from this channel called Eat Good TV. Go over to Eat Good TV, hit that subscribe button, and try cooking one of those meals. She is real calm about how she does her stuff, and she makes sure that you get all the ingredients right. Eat Good TV. hit that subscribe button over there and tell them SouFLoTV sent you. I've cooked a couple of meals off of Eat Good TV. Not because I can't cook Jamaican food, because I am a Jamaican myself, but because sometimes I like to see something that I like cooked a different way. So nobody tell the ladies that she can't cook, because that is not how you cook it. We all cook it different way. Just go to Eat Good TV, hit that subscribe button, and tell her I sent you.
Don't let the highway. It all started in an empty highway. Ask if I'm gon' ride, I say away. Sliding. Police right behind me, trying to die tonight. C4 if you try and blow like dynamite.
Alright, so that's T-Viral, and he has released Hallways, and this is his second single on his YouTube channel called Sliding. Hit the link in the description below or in the comments section pinned. Go over to T-Viral's channel, hit that subscribe button over there, and check out his music.
Sliding. Police right behind me, trying to die tonight. C4 if you try and blow like dynamite.